If you are a replay viewer, would you type in replay? And if you are joining the broadcast, let me know where you're coming from. Would you agree that the hardest time to eat healthy, or one of the hardest times, is going to potlucks and summer picnics and all of those kinds of things? If that's you, would you type in me? Yeah, picnics or something like that. Today I'm going to share my top strategies, not only for healthy potluck dishes, but they're also delicious. And a lot of times they're the first things empty on the buffet table. How cool is that, right? Do you have that conception that if it's healthy, it doesn't taste good and it's the last thing anybody wants? Well, guess what? The dish I'm going to share with you is one that has earned me the title Salad Queen. Don't you just want to be a salad queen? Anyway, so I am Diane Thompson. I'm a healthy living coach, registered dietitian, holistic nutritionist, and I am passionate about helping women create a life of possibilities through healthy living, and to do it in a simple way that you're not a slave to your healthy lifestyle. Is that cool or what? So if you're thinking healthy eating and yummy tasting and satisfying doesn't belong in the same sentence, you're going to leave this broadcast with a different idea, especially after you make the recipe I'm going to share with you. So the salad I'm going to share with you today is a quinoa salad, and it is a great potluck dish, and it's also a great lunch meal. Okay, I love to just eat this for my lunch with maybe a side salad. Yeah, so the ingredients to this, I'm going to put the ingredients together, and I do want to share some information about quinoa that might surprise you, because it is an incredible health food and it's a complete protein. There's not too many grains or plants out there that are complete proteins. Okay, so quinoa has the nine essential amino acids in it. So you don't have to have any other amino acid to make it a complete protein. So that makes it a complete protein, okay? And there's 120 different quinoas. Did you know that? I was familiar with 3, but I started doing a little bit of research, and there's actually 120 of them. The ones we're most familiar with, right, are the white, the yellow, the white, the red, and the black. The white is the one that cooks up really nice and fluffy, and it's the one a lot of people, hi Julie, the one that a lot of people are familiar with. The red is the chewiest. So if you're someone who likes really chewy food, like I love texture in my mouth. I don't know why that is, but I do. If you're giving me something, white rice doesn't do anything for me. It's kind of boring and bland. So if you know that about your kids or your hubby or yourself, then you probably want to go with the white one. But if you're someone who likes chewiness, then use the red. Okay, so that gives you some thoughts when choosing which one you want to use. So, okay, so this salad is so easy and quick to prepare, which gets you out of the kitchen so you don't have to be a slave to your kitchen. Because as much as I love good food and healthy food, I don't really like cooking, okay? I'm going to be really frank about that. I don't really like it. I want to do fun things, and sometimes I'll admit cooking can be fun, especially when David and I do it together if he's helping me and not more of a headache than anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So with this meal, it goes together really fast. So what you want to do, and I've already cooked the quinoa, okay? So it only takes 15 minutes to cook. It's 1 cup to 2 cups water, just like rice. So it's the same thing, only it cooks up faster. So here's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna tell you something about color and beautiful dishes, okay? Because these kinds of things really make a difference. Presentation really makes a difference. The first thing we do before we eat is we look at it. And if it doesn't look good, guess what? That impacts our thought around it, right? Oh, that doesn't look so hot. I think I'll bypass it. Okay, so make sure you have great presentation. Okay, so like this is one of my favorite, I use this all the time. We got it at a arts and crafts fair last year in Oak Harbor, Washington, and I use it all the time. It's a beautiful dish. I don't know if you can see it. I have a lot of copper in my house. I love copper. So this has a lot of copper tone. It was handmade, so it's a beautiful dish. I mean, if it got broken, I'd be very upset. But on the other hand, I don't want it to just sit on my shelf. So, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some quinoa in here. That's already been cooked, and like I said, let's see, I'm just gonna eyeball. You're gonna know, one of the things about me is I eyeball. I don't measure very much, okay? But here we go. And my husband's actually gonna take this with him tomorrow. He's going down south to a meeting. So, and it's a potluck. So I'm gonna have him take this with him. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm doing my live, and then he's gonna take it with him. Okay, so there's my quinoa, and then calls for some walnuts. So I'm throwing in the walnuts and some black olives. Now, it originally calls for feta cheese or some kind of a cheese, and I'm trying to go more plant-based in my eating right now. So a good substitute for cheese, and you can use this in other recipes, okay? So this is another great hack, okay? So black olives, Kalamata olives instead of cheese. It's salty, has similar texture, right? So I'm putting that in here. And last, well, it's not last, my beets, okay? These are yummy beets. These are golden beets. You could use, whoops, you could use, I think I just dropped one. You could use red. You could use whatever you wanted, okay? So there you have that. And it, I'm putting the garlic into the dressing that I made, okay? So this dressing is olive oil. It's a vinegar, and I used, you probably have seen this before, sweet cooking rice. It's a rice vinegar. Now, I'm gonna tell you something, and this is uber important, okay? Because a lot of people buy really cheap ingredients, and they don't taste very good. Well, when you put that together in your recipe, guess what? It doesn't taste very good. So buy good quality olive oil, number one, and I could do a whole live on olive oil, and I think I will at some point, but not all olive oil is equal, okay? So buy a really good one. I'll share the one that I use. It's this one, Napa Valley, comes from California. It's an organic olive oil, and it's really good tasting. So get good quality ingredients, okay? It does not pay to buy cheap ingredients. So I've got garlic in here, olive oil. I did put some salt and pepper, the vinegar, and a little bit of Dijon mustard, a teaspoon, okay? So I'm stirring this all up, and then I'm gonna put it over my salad. And then that's pretty much it. So now I roasted I did roast the, what do you call it, beets. So you didn't see me do that. So you can do that though. You can even do it a day or two in advance. Oh, and this is really crucial. Now, who does fresh herbs? Okay, I do. I have tons of fresh herbs in my garden. And this is another really important piece to healthy cooking, I think, is having great ingredients like this. Now, all you do with this is you cut it up with a scissors, okay? So you chop it up in here, just like this. And I love a lot of herbs and stuff, so I never measure things, like I said earlier. Now, something else you really could add to this, because I was thinking about this, I'm never happy with just doing the recipe. Like adding some arugula to this would be fantastic. Or maybe even some spinach, but I love arugula even better. So all you do then, and you can see, okay, that's what it looks like. Now I'm gonna taste it. And I probably want a little bit more salt. Here we go. I wish I could give you a bite. You want a bite? Yummy. This is delicious. And you saw how easy it was to put together. Very delicious. What time should, yeah. Yeah, Deborah. You got a long drive though, right? It's like 6 hours from where you are. So it's that simple. Now this holds really well in the refrigerator. And literally, a lot of times for lunch, if I have some of this left over, I put some in a plate, maybe throw a little bit of salad on the side, and I have a great, healthy, great tasting lunch. And like I said, this is gonna disappear at the potluck table faster than most things, okay? So next week, I'm gonna share another great recipe that's really healthy and has lots of color, because color really does have an impact. So remember that the next time you put together a salad or a meal, you know, all the creamy yellow stuff, ooh, it's ugly looking, and it just doesn't do anything to stimulate your taste in a lot of instances. So hope this has been helpful. And tomorrow, I got another special treat for you. So come back tomorrow and have a great rest of your Friday. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.